Janis Meredith here from JBMTHINKS, sports parenting coach's wife for 29 years and sports mom for 22. Today I want to talk to you about something that's probably going to be really hard for you to do. Let me explain a little bit here. As parents, when our kids do something that is blatantly a breach of rules, or they disobey, or maybe they have a really bad attitude about something, do you just sit there and watch it and say, oh, that's okay, they're just kids, they're just blowing off steam? Probably not. Most of you are going to, do some kind of consequences, whether it's grounding them, giving them a timeout, whatever it is that you do, there's going to be some kind of consequences. You're going to bench your child, is another way of putting it, for their behavior. And this is the way it should be, because as parents, we're trying to discipline our kids and teach them how to have good character traits. So when it comes to sports, why do we not do the same? When you see your child exhibiting a bad attitude, and the coach, some coaches don't say anything. Some coaches don't do anything about it. They just let it go. If you see this, then you need to step up and do something about it. There was a story of a mom who witnessed her child after a game having a really bad attitude, didn't shake hands with the other team, ran to the bathroom, and he came out later and she told him, she said, "You ever do that again, I'm pulling you off the team." So as parents, if you witness your child having a bad attitude during a game, or doing something that you just know is not good, don't be afraid to bench your child. Don't be afraid to say, hey, if I see that again, I'm pulling you out for a game or whatever. Maybe talk to the coach about it and say, Coach, I'm trying to, help my child learn to be a team player. I'm trying to help my child get over this anger issue. Whatever the issue is, talk to the coach and say, but if I don't see anything different, if I see this behavior again, then I'm going to have to bench him for a week or for a game. Now, as parents, we don't want to do that because we think our kids may lose an advantage, especially if they're competing for a position. We worry about the consequences of missing 1 or 2 games. But what are the consequences of letting your child continue a behavior in the game that you see that is not healthy, that is not good? I think those consequences are greater. So I just want to encourage you not to be afraid to bench your child if need be. To say, look, if you can't have better attitude than this, if you can't stop doing this, if you can't show a better teamwork, or whatever it is, the attitude, or whatever the problem is that you see, the ridiculous anger, or whatever it is that you see your child doing, and the coach isn't doing anything about it, then you as a parent, you have a right to step in and say, you know what, if I see this from you again, I'm going to pull you out for a game or 2. Now, I know that some coaches probably don't want to hear me say that, but what's the most important thing here? The most important thing is your child, not, your child learning character traits, not your child getting all the playing time they need, not your child getting the perfect stats in the stat book. No, the most important thing is, what is your child learning and gaining from this experience? And if that's not the uppermost thing in your mind as you watch your child play, then maybe it's time to re-examine your thoughts. So I just want to encourage you that if your child is exhibiting behavior that is disrespectful, that is wrong, don't be afraid to bench them. Take a stand and do what's right as a parent. And don't let the voices of sports that say, oh, your kid's got to be in every game, your kid's fighting for a playing spot, your kid's doing this, don't let those crowd out the parent in you that's saying, no, the most important thing here is for my kid to learn from this experience and to grow and to become a better person because of this. It's a tough one, parents, I know. But when the character of your kids are at stake, there's really no other choice. Have a great week.